Well, hey, Motor Warriors. This area is just outside of Red Granite, and this is called Laurel. And you can see that there's not much here, really. There's a park and maybe like 4 houses. But up around the little bend or crossroads up here, hopefully you can still get to one of the old abandoned rock quarries. I'm not sure. I haven't been up here in decades, so I really can't tell you, but this over to the right here was part of it. But I know that this whole area many years ago was known for pulling out red granite stone. And there's a lot of swimming holes here, you know, that were all, like when they started to dig into the the granite mines, or whatever you want to call it, when they were mining for granite, digging for whatever you want to call that. But they'd hit water, they'd hit an underground spring, and next thing you know, there's a beautiful deep swimming hole. But some of these buildings are pretty old. See, there's red granite up in there. I don't know if I can stop and get up in there. My son doesn't want to be gone too long because it's supposed to start raining and he doesn't have rain gear and whatever. But up in there is all mining stuff for the red granite. And that stuff, those rocks there, that's red granite. Unbearable pub. I bet the guy that owned it last time is probably dead. That was a long time ago. People say he killed his first wife and got away with it. So I don't know. But anyway, so this place they fixed up because this was pretty shabby. This used to be called Elborn's, and they fixed it all up. So yeah, they fixed it up real nice. Wow, it's amazing. Yeah, see, I don't know if you can see that sign over there. It says Elborn's Park. Elborn was the guy that owned this bar. I'm going to do this a little louder because I'm going to tell my son the same time I tell you guys. But you see there where it says Elborn's Park? Yeah. Like long time ago, the guy that used to own the bar and stuff here, his name was Elborn. And he used to do a lot of stuff for this community all around this area. And he had this land, and then he donated it and built a park, as long as it would stay a park for the kids and stuff. So kids from Red Granite, when they don't want to be the crowded parks in Red Granite, they'll actually come here because it's just a little bit down the road, right? And they'll play here. And it looks like they still do maintenance on it and keep it up really well and all that, instead of letting it run shabby. This place was, falling apart. It was old when Elborn had it. It was an old building, and he tried to fix it up and then turned it into something. And he'd give a lot to the community and everything like that. People loved him. And then Ray and Judy, they bought it when Elborn died. They bought it from his family or whatever. And then they had it where, they would have a bar on one side and food and whatever. And then they had where they had, how Ray's Closeouts has all that stuff inside. They had like a little back section that was that kind of stuff. And so when we'd come up here, we'd be up here hunting, because the cottage my parents had is just that way, about 10 miles, 15 miles, whatever. And then we'd come up here all the time, and they became friends. But then they sold it out, and some guy, Crazy Eddie or something, bought that building. And he was so nutty, he would do stupid stuff. And then the sons tried it, because the son and the dad were all a bunch of alcoholics from what it sounded like. And the kids tried to have the old man committed because they wanted to control what money he had and the business and whatever. Well, then it sounds like, from what Judy told me, that one of the sons that did the most to try and get his dad committed, he got arrested for being drunk and streaking down the road in Red Granite up here. That's like crazy, man. Try to get his old man committed because he drank so much. and then he drank so much he was running down the road drunk and naked in Red Granite and got arrested. It's like the whole family was crazy. But then Ray and Judy built, you know, had that place in that old school over there in Hancock, and then they built that new one where we were yesterday. That's really nice, yeah. You know. But, yeah, I was going to stop and go up there and show people the Red Granite, but there's still a lot of growth under there this time of year, and I don't feel like getting full of ticks and whatever. And, you know, if I can find a picture of it, I might just add that on here or something like that. But because Red Granite is really cool looking, you know, and that's what all that area up in there that was all mining for Red Granite. This thing here, this trail that goes through here and down through there where the sign is, that was part of the Bannerman, and it used to be part of a rail line that they would use for, in this area they'd use it for hauling granite from, you know, one location to another, and or in a little up towards Watoma it was for timber, you know, for all the lumber and stuff, and they would use it. Well, then they stopped using it. They bought the land and then tore up the tracks and then just made it a thing where in the winter time you can ride snowmobiles or hike it or whatever you want to do. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Motor Warriors, I wish I could go up there and show you some of that nice Red Granite. It's like you get back up in there in the quarry area, and you can see that. See if you can see up in there. I don't know if you can see that on there, but if you can get up in there, like you can see the wall. If you can see that, that's all. I don't know if you saw that on the GoPro, but that's all Red Granite. And granite is a really hard stone. It's a great stone, and the red variety is real pretty. But I don't know if you can see my son in the mirror back there. But this is a nice ride. We're having a good time. I'm hoping to get a chance to ride with my two other boys that are here. Well, the one lives here, and the other one come up from Tennessee also. But it'd be nice to be able to ride with them. But the one of them forgot to bring his helmet from Tennessee.
What? Oh, on the video.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, but YouTube famous now.
Yeah. I know, you'll get offers to be a model for motorcycles. It's like, hey, you look cool and badass. You want to, we'll give you a Harley if you do this commercial. And you'll say, make it a Kawasaki instead, and you got a deal. All my Harley viewers are going to love that.
I like my Yamaha.
Yeah.
That Raider.
Yeah, that Raider is fast. Anyway, Motor Warriors, I appreciate y'all, I really do. And remember to live your life with the heart of a Viking warrior. Bye for now.